Burgundy Boy is the last one to go in. What's your thoughts on it quickly?
I would have thought the favourite.
Through and picks it up and is followed through by Delano Roosevelt. Dropping in third place now, the Pentagon, and Burgundy Boy is the back mark of the quartet. So they race on down the far side. In single file, Nelson, Donnacha O'Brien in front of Delano Roosevelt. Shamie Heffernan in second. They're followed 2 lengths back by the Pentagon and Ryan Moore. And then a couple of lengths to Burgundy Boy and Declan McDonough, the back marker of the quartet. Racing on now right across the stands, shortly coming up to the 7 furlong point in the P.W. McGrath Memorial Ballysax Stakes. In the lead, Nelson to Delano Roosevelt, followed by the Pentagon and Burgundy Boy. Racing right across the stands, just taking them up now towards the 6 furlong point. No change in the order. Nelson showing the way to Delano Roosevelt, followed by the Pentagon and Burgundy Boy. Continuing now down the back straight. Nelson makes it, followed in second place by Delano Roosevelt. A couple of lengths to the Pentagon and the same then to Burgundy Boy. The quartet now begin to race past the 5 furlong point and swing now to make the exit of the back straight with still little change from the outset. Nelson showing the way, Delano Roosevelt second, the Pentagon third, and the back marker of the quartet is Burgundy Boy. Half a mile to go and beginning to make the swing to take them across for the entrance to the straight. Still in single file, Nelson, Delano Roosevelt second, the Pentagon third, and Burgundy Boy as they race across now towards the 3 and make the approach for the swing into the straight. Nelson in the lead from Delano Roosevelt second, and third the Pentagon. Burgundy Boy the back mark of the 4 as they come off the bend and swing in with a little over 2 to go. Nelson leads in, Delano Roosevelt in second, the Pentagon followed by Burgundy Boy as they race now with a little over a furlong and a half to go, and Nelson continuing in front of Delano Roosevelt second, then the Pentagon and Burgundy Boy as they race to the final furlong now. It's Nelson pressed on the near side by Delano Roosevelt. They're in front of the Pentagon as they race up now towards the final 200 yards. Delano Roosevelt on the near side of Nelson, who's coming back on the far side as they run up towards the finish. Nelson on the far side getting back, and Nelson and Donnacha O'Brien will beat Delano Roosevelt. They're a good 7 to 8 in front of the Pentagon and Burgundy Boy.
Yes, well, disappointing season reappearance, I would have thought, by the Pentagon there, but Nelson, as we said beforehand, if he just went in a line of 4 and through Roaring Line, this horse went down a neck to Roaring Line at Newmarket in his last run of the season last year in the Royal Lodge, and obviously stays very well. We knew he'd act on the ground as well, and Donnacha O'Brien has got the fractions right in front. I thought at this stage Delano Roosevelt was going to go on and win. Of course, he'd finished third in the Racing Post Trophy behind stable companion Saxon Warrior. He's definitely gone a half a length up on him, but obviously just got tired as well. But Donnacha's horses really dug deep under a hands and heels drive, slapped down the shoulder, and he's won a little bit snugly. And then Chris Hayes is still with me here. And Chris, what did you make of that performance? Good performance by the winner, Nelson.
Yeah, very good performance. I thought Donnacha gave him a peach out in front, set the fractions up lovely for himself, and he quickened up and won with a bit in hand. It looked like Shamie was coming to trouble him, but this could be a nice horse for the future.
And Delano Roosevelt, he's definitely probably gone a half a length up on him, hasn't he? A neck to a half a length up on him. He's probably just got a bit tired, you would have thought.
I would have thought so, yeah, and his form was quite good as well behind Saxon Warrior on his last run, so I'm sure they'll improve from it, as Aidan's always do. So at least he's a good line of form now and where he's going. Yeah,
and the Pentagon, he's a long way behind. Would you be a bit disappointed in his seasonal reappearance?
I would have thought so, yeah. Like, his last run was quite good in Doncaster behind Saxon Warrior, so I would have thought he'd have finished a bit closer, but look, maybe just real testing ground found him out.
And of course Nelson was a hell of a good run, as I was saying beforehand, behind Roaring Line and John Gosling. He's only beaten a neck by him, and Roaring Line finished a length and a half in front of Delano Roosevelt in the Racing Post Trophy last season.
Yeah, his form is quite good, and I'm just looking at it here now. You'd have to give Christopher Robin a fair chance later on. Like, he beat him 3 lengths in a maiden, so that's a fair form boost for later on.
Yeah, and of course he runs in a handicapper second last race of the afternoon. And this horse, on this evidence, he'll have no trouble stepping up to a mile and a half.
No, and I'm sure when Aidan gets interviewed later on, he will say that there's a good bit of improvement in him fitness-wise, and it looked at there. I just thought Donnacha was very good in him and set it up real well in front, considering the ground, and looked after him as well, and won with a shade of ease.